up and show me. Drink.
All right, everyone. Welcome back to Psych Word. You are now on the couch with Rob Gerard. And on the line right now, we have Luckii Dollaz out of New York City. Luckii, you there?
Yeah, what's going on, y'all? Thanks for having me.
All right. How's everything going today?
Great, can't complain. Just enjoying the day.
Absolutely. Great song, by the way, The Celebration. It's got kind of you really have like a 90s New York City feel with that. I mean, have people told you that before?
I'm trying to go for that. It's kind of like an old school thing, shout out Midnight Shows, they made the beat. He's into the beats like that from the 90s. So when he presented the beat to me, I just had that flow for it. And my homeboy YC also, he's a 90s baby too. So, the beat just came together easy. It was magic.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely had that kind of 90s feel to it. And also, it kind of had, really the person that comes to mind when I heard that was Joey Badass. I mean, that's kind of a compliment. I mean, I don't know how you would take that, but.
Yes, we both in Brooklyn right now, so, it's probably a Brooklyn thing.
Definitely. Now, I'm not sure how much of the show you've been listening to, but we were, talking about the Robin Williams, the suicide death and, how tragic that was and stuff. Were you a Robin Williams fan?
I will admit, yes. I think my favorite movie was Mrs. Doubtfire when I was a kid. I watched that movie just about every day. Like,
I could picture little Luckii Dollaz. I could picture little Luckii Dollaz in his pamper in front of the TV watching Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, man. I think that was my favorite movie of all time. I know some people will argue and say Jumanji was good too, but.
I think that's a different generation.
That is, yeah, because Jumanji was like 2000, I think, right?
Yeah,
like a little, around
definitely.
Then. Yeah.
So Luckii, how long you been rapping for?
Since I was 10. I am 27 years old now, so I've been doing this for a while.
Now,
practice makes perfect, so
absolutely,
I stay with it.
Who's in your tape deck right now? Who is it that you're listening to that you're just like, man, they got it?
Well, honestly, in my tape deck right now, I would have to say I just listen to Max B.
Max B?
Free Max B, by the way, yeah.
Absolutely, man. He's been locked up for about 5 years now, right?
Yeah. So, I hope I don't know, it's not looking too good, but I hope he come home. A lot of stack bundles, RP stack bundles,
Wow, so you're big into the Harlem scene.
Well, yeah, I just kind of like what they were saying, like when someone keeps it real, like that's what attracts me to them, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, also, the old French Montana, I still listen to him now. I don't know about the new French, but the old French I still listen to. And that's just about it.
Gotcha. Now, I got to ask you something. What is the hardest part about being an independent artist from New York City? Because it seems like everyone and their mother from New York is rapping. So, how do you differentiate yourself from, how do you distance yourself from the crowd?
Well, to be honest, I think the hardest thing about being independent is just trying to build a fan base. I think that's the part that we all have a problem with, because a lot of people who get on now, it's either because of a dance or it's the beat, but I differentiate myself with the other rappers because I'm very skilled at what I do, I make good music. But I think that's mostly the hard part about being independent, is building a fan base and having the money to financially back yourself.
Confidence is king, right? There's no doubt there. But what about courage? Where'd you find your courage to step out and do what you're doing? I know there's a passion factor always, right? But a lot of people, we have passion, but we have that fear. Like, what's going on with you with that? Where'd you get your courage from?
You know what? I feel my courage just came from deep inside of me, because this is what I want to do. And once I financially became stable, to support what I want to do, this career, then it's like, well, what's stopping me now? The talent is there. I can financially back myself. So now I build up myself to be like, you know what? Let's move forward with this.
You know, I'm curious, right? You talk about the financial aspect of things, right? We all have to fund our dreams, right? Where'd you start? How'd you how'd you start funding your dreams?
Well, you know, I currently am working for the post office. You know,
Nice.
a lot of my friends think I'm rich.
Damn, you get
It's all right.
me
Hey, you know, perception's reality.
working for the government. Can you get me a job?
That's
Damn.
awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. So they pay exceptionally well, you know. So, you know, that's what took it off right there. The skill and the talent was there.
I love it. I
So-
love it. It's like Postman always delivers, the Music Man always delivers. No doubt. Rain or shine, it's happening.
Yo, I know you use that as a punchline. Luckii Dollaz always delivers. You gotta use that, man.
I love it. Making it
I'm gonna do
happen.
that just for you.
That's great, man. That's great.
Now, I'm sure with everyone who's trying to make it out there, you've probably had a few setbacks and disappointments, and I'm sure it's hard to do it out there on your own. But has there ever been a point where you have had a moment where you say, like, this is why I do it? Like, has anything ever happened to just give you that little extra, just to say someone's response or maybe something else or something inside of you to say, I told you this is why I'm doing it, and just keeps you going. Do you have anything like that?
Oh yes, my friends and family and supporters, you know, they all tell me right now, I always believed in you, you know, and a lot of things is unfolding for me now. So they call me, they text me every day, and they say, I told you, I have faith in you. I know you would be great. Just keep it up. And that just gives me more courage to stand out and just be like, yo, I'm gonna do this right now, you know.
And you
Now
know,
or never. Now's the time.
You know what, Luckii? Let me tell you something, man. The fact that you have a legit 9 to 5, that gives me so much faith in the fact that you're gonna make it. And I'll tell you why. Because you look at there's so much talent out there that, you know, wasted talent that people end up, you know, it's hard to stay on the straight and narrow when you're living in New York City. You know what I mean? So there's so many options and ways to get in trouble. If I was out in New York City all the time, I'd be getting in trouble. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
You
know. So it's like you look at guys like Jadakiss. Jadakiss graduated from community college. You know what I mean? It's like you know, people that are on the look at Drake. You know what I mean? He was successful even before music. He was on the straight and narrow. So it's like when you have your head right and your mind in the game and your mind isn't really like in the streets and you're not out acting reckless and stuff, man. I mean, so many more opportunities are going to come your way because when you're giving out that good energy and you're giving out good vibes, good energy and good vibes are going to come back to you.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Then, you know, you look to how you're going to pay it forward, right? Like, have you ever thought about that? You're already starting to pay it forward with, you know, just your attitude and your hard work and how you're delivering. But, you know, think about where you're going to be in the next 12 months. Like, what do you want to do? What do you want to do to pay it forward?
You know, in the next 12 months, I just hope to build a bigger fan base and probably sign to an independent label. I don't want to go major, at least no time soon. But yeah, and I just want my voice to be heard. You know, like I make music for all genres. I'm a songwriter, but for the most part, like I make music to uplift people in the community because I know what it's like to be down and feel like you want to give up. So I want people to be able to hear my voice and listen to that song and be like, you know what? I just listened to this song today, and you know what? I'm going to try to do better. You know, 2 jobs turned me down, but I'm going to try again, you know? So
Hey, that's like a good salesperson, right? The more no's, the closer to a yes.
That's right. So besides listening to your music and getting that inspiration, how else can people and listeners out there get in contact with you, and how do we get your name out there? Where are you? Where can we find you?
I'm in New York right now. I'm in Brooklyn. If you want to go on Instagram, you can find me on Instagram at _LUCKII_ or on Twitter at Luckii_DOLLA with 3 Z's, Luckii Dollaz. You can find me on YouTube. Just type in Luckii. If you go on Google and type in Luckii the Celebration, you'll see I'm on maybe 30 different blogs.
All right, so you were out there,
I got
and
a
that's
website.
Luckii
I
with
got a
an I,
website,
right?
Rich Royalty Cartel.
Mm-hmm.
.com, and yeah, I'm kind of everywhere right now.
All right, good. And again, that's Luckii, Luckii, not a Y. Luckii Dollaz.
Yes, 2 eyes.
2 eyes. Okay.
2 eyes, definitely.
Double
man.
the luck. Double the luck.
And Luckii always delivers, ladies. Okay,
I love it.
I mean, you guys know that he just always delivers. That's what he does.
Love it.
He delivers. Now, Luckii, real quick. I know I didn't prep you for this or anything like that, but how about a quick freestyle for us?
Oh, sure.
All right, but
And-
you
yeah.
have to keep it radio friendly, okay? Because our artist last
Okay.
week, went off on a tangent.
That was- yeah.
that was. But so we're on FM radio and you're live, so please just make sure you keep it friendly.
Okay, I
All right,
gotcha.
all right, man. So you're good to go.
Yo, welcome home to my city, down to my old block. Queens Village and Minutes, born with the have-nots. With young brothers and drug dealers to stash glocks, blast shots, innocent victims witness the flash drop. Flatline, no adrenaline, cops sending them home of the good weed, choke like the cinnamon. Challenge, I was telling them my flow, they feeling them. Knew that I would stand out the difference in my tenement. Affiliated through my loyalty, I demonstrated. For my first charge, assault, I was aggravated. After that, I waited, learning virtues versus patience. Then threw that Chanel in the air like a woman's fragrance. But the money was the logic for the foolish antics. No answers, it was question how I had advantage. Perfect planning, plus I studied from the granite. Ain't dropping, can't stand it, but just know they left the planet.
Nice. Thank you very much.
Love
Luckii
the energy.
Dollaz. Luckii
All right, y'all.
Dollaz.
Thanks
All
for
right.
having me.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, man. We'd love to have you back again.
All right, thanks.
All right. So that was Luckii Dollaz from Brooklyn, New York City.
Whew. Loved his energy.
Man, and let me tell you, man, Brooklyn is this awesome energy, man. I love Brooklyn. Brooklyn is like this, it's mini Manhattan, and the more time that goes by, the more really recognized it's getting as being, it's not like Brooklyn anymore. It's not like that kind of rundown kind of city. It's like it's coming up, man.
Oh, there's so much creativity there.
There is.
That's like when I was talking about giving back, right? It's like talk about Brooklyn, and there's so many things in the city with children and the arts, thinking about Luckii and giving back in life. It's like there's so many organizations in the city. Like music needs to be funded. Dreams need to be funded, right? There's an amazing organization in the city. It's called Change for Kids. And it's